Live.
Hi, everybody. I know it's Tuesday, but I am excited because for me, I feel like it's the beginning of the week. My kids started school today, so it's like Monday for me. I'm going to be really off this week. I know it. But, you know, my motto with my business is I love Mondays. I really love to get to work. I love to be able to work on my own schedule. And that is something that, you know, not everybody gets. You know, they don't get to work when they want. So I love that, you know, I'm excited about Mondays because I do love to get back to work. I get my kids off to school and I, you know, do my stuff I need to get done. So just, I guess, starting off, do I need to introduce myself? Or I guess I just kind of like jumped right in.
Jump right in. Go right ahead. Karen's on the call too.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So, okay, so you guys all see my name at the top. Anyway, my name is Lisa Holzerland. I am an advanced director with the Pampered Chef. I have been with the company for 10.5 years now. And I love my job and I am happy to share that with others. So anyway, back to my loving Mondays. I'm just wondering, do you all have that mentality of loving Mondays and not just Monday, but getting to work, being able to work, working on our own schedule, working, you know, at our own pace and achieving your goals, you know, in your own time frame. So having that mentality will make doing what I'm going to talk about today so much easier, because when you love what you do, you know, it just makes talking to people and calling and contacting just a breeze, because you don't feel like it's work. You don't feel like it's, you know, something that is a job that you have to do. So today I'm going to be talking about bookings. I'm going to talk about how to get them, how to keep them, and how to multiply your bookings. So first, what I always go over with any new consultant or any consultant training is, what do you want for a show schedule? What are your goals? So I am a huge goal person. I'm very goal oriented. I write my goals down. I share my goals. I think that that's really important to achieving your goals, is, you know, having it in front of you and also having someone keep you accountable. So just think back to when you first joined Pampered Chef. What did you envision for yourself and your business? Maybe your goals have changed since then. You know, if you've been with the company for a while, maybe you want or need more shows now, or maybe you can't do as many as you did when you first started. So, you know, things change and that's understandable. But whatever you have for a goal, it needs to be written down clearly. It needs to be shared with someone, and you need to have an accountability partner just to help you stay on track. So I break my goals down per month, per year, etc. I, you know, have it like I'm looking at right now in front of me, and you know, in front of my computer, I have my month-by-month comparison from last year, my sales, recruits, that sort of thing, as a comparison from last year. And then I am a habitual checker of the incentive and you know, the incentive tracker points. Do you guys ever do that? That really keeps you on track for the trips. Katie's shaking her head, yes. And it you know, it keeps me on track too. Also, the excellence tracker, that's a huge one too. I really think that if we know what we need to do per month, that will keep us on track. You know, and then you're not going to get behind and then, oh my gosh, I have to do, you know, 8,000 in May. So, or like recruit and qualify 5 people, you know. So, let's all share here with each other. I know sometimes it can be scary to put it all out there, but when you share what you want, you keep yourself accountable. So whether you're on the call right now, if you want to share what your goals are, or what you want for your business this month, this year, for the next 3 months, whatever. And then also, if you're going to watch the call later, just post underneath this, what your goals are. Because I think that we definitely want to help you. We want to help you stay, accountable, and we want to be there for you in achieving your goals too. So does anybody want to share? I see Katie's face right away, so I know she really wants. Katie, throw you right under the bus there. Boom.
Well, I have to tell you, one of the goals that has changed for me, I've been with the company 5 years now, was my goal used to be the 2 shows a month, and then it changed to $750 a month. And then I changed it to the $1,500 a month. But ever since doing lead, my new monthly goal is $5,000 a month, and that's more than I've ever done before. And no, I haven't hit it every month this year. But if you don't have a higher goal, then you're not. You achieve more when you have a higher goal.
Absolutely.
So so that I don't stop when I hit the 1,500. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I keep going because I have a bigger goal now. So that's
And
one of
what's
my
your
goals
goal?
changed over the
What's your
years.
goal for recruiting then per month?
I don't have a per month one, but I do have a goal to earn excellence for the first time in recruiting for next conference.
Yay, good. Anybody else? I see Leslie's face up there. Leslie, do you want to share your goal? You're on mute right now, hon.
Yeah, I have never been really good at like setting down goals and stuff. And so I think for me, just where I'm at with my family, I homeschool my 5 kids, so on and so forth. But I know I need to set something, because otherwise I'm just like, oh, I hit the 750 I get the free stuff, I'm good.
Yeah.
So for me, I would really love to do 4 to 6 shows a month, and that includes my Facebook. Facebook is a big part for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so even if it's like 2, like I would love to do 2 cooking parties, like home parties or whatever, and then 2 to 4 Facebook parties a month. That's
Awesome.
kind of full in my schedule and stuff, and so that's where I'm at.
Do you have a big goal? Like, I know that's your monthly goal, but do you have a big, like, yearly goal or 3-month goal you want to achieve?
Not at this time.
Okay.
I
Because you know
know-
what? Think big, because if you're doing, 6 shows a month, you can add 2 more, and that's 2 shows a week, and you can earn trips, you can earn excellence. I mean, really, adding an extra 2 shows is not that much more. And it could be catalog shows, it could be, like you said, Facebook, virtual parties, whatever it is, you're going to meet more people, and you're going to get in front of more people, and, get your name out there even more. So I challenge you to add 2 more. Thank you, Leslie, for sharing.
Thanks.
Kathy?
Yes. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, I thought making the phone calls was a challenge, but handing out the recipe cards was even a bigger challenge. I've been doing this long enough, I should have this down pat, but it just seems to unnerve me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know how to get over that. And I don't know that anybody besides myself can help me.
Yeah. So what, okay, so you think the biggest problem for you is making phone calls?
Yes.
Yeah. So have you tried a different approach? So have you done maybe emails first, or Facebook messages first, or texting first, and then doing a phone call to follow up?
No, actually, I haven't.
That's what I do, because I feel like when I make that connection in another way, it's like easy. I text, I email, or I Facebook message, and that's an easy way to contact. And then when I call, it's like I'm just following up with that other, and it's so much easier. It really it feels like you're just following up, and they want to hear from you because you already contacted them. And I'm telling you, it's so much easier. So try that, Kathy. Challenge for you to try that.
Okay. I will work on that. And as far as goals, they keep changing all the time. I just had to take out a loan to put a transmission in our car. So there's another challenge.
Yeah. Well, how would you feel being able to pay that off with your Pampered Chef income? Pay off that loan.
I would love to be able to do that.
So how many more shows do you need to add per month to be able to pay that off?
Well, probably at least 2.
Okay.
I'm trying to work up to 4 a month, which I haven't gotten there yet. So if I could get to that, that would help.
Okay. So you know what I'm going to challenge you to do is not just think about 4 a month. Try to get to 6. If you get to 6 a month and are consistent, then it's going to be so easy to maintain 4. Because you're going to have cancellations or reschedules, So if you book 6, you'll keep 4.
Okay. Yes, I guess I've heard that before. It's just one of those things that you don't think about all the time.
Yeah. Got to be focused, really focused for a few months to get there. And then once you're there, you're golden. It's easy to stay there. Easier, I guess.
Okay. Okay, I'll keep that.
Thank you, Kathy, for sharing. I see Miss Karen joined us. Hi. You're muted. Oh, you have to be muted? You have to be? Can I read your lips? Karen's muted.
I'm not. I was like, I'm typing, so I had to mute.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want me to share my goal?
Yes.
Sorry, my face looks like it's huge.
Ooh,
Okay, so
so beautiful.
my overall ultimate goal is this year is to get excellence in sales.
Yay.
So that's my thing. So with that being said, I do need 6,000 a month, which is a very hefty, lofty goal because I currently only have last 2 months, probably around $3,000. So, but no worries because
You can do it.
We're going to do it toward the end of the month.
Biggest selling season's coming up.
So I like to have 8 to 10 shows a month, including virtual, and I'm probably consistently doing around 6. So that's where I'm at right now.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Anyone else on here that I don't see? I see it says Jana's iPhone. Jana, are you on, or is that you, Leslie?
I'm on. I'm just kind of doing multitasking.
Okay.
You hear me?
I do.
So that's why I didn't put my visual on, so you don't see me washing dishes. But
We want to watch you.
yeah. So my goal is when I started doing some other outside Pampered Chef projects, I kind of took a huge step back with my business. I just kind of want to build it back up to what I was doing a few years ago. So that's
Awesome. So what were you doing
overall
that you want to build it back up to?
I was a director for many years, and then I kind of gave that up. And there's not a director in my entire area now. If somebody needs a director, they have to go to Salt Lake, which is an hour from here. Mm-hmm. And when I was doing it before, there was a director in every little town in this valley, and there's not now. And I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for the business in my area. So
awesome. You can do it.
Yeah.
Got to believe in yourself. You can do it.
I just have to change habits because, you give up habits that have been ingrained for so many years. Whoa.
Yeah.
So you have to re-establish those habits.
Mm-hmm. You know how to do it. Exactly. You know how to do it. You know what it takes to get there, right?
Yeah.
Well, we believe in you. All right, Miss Michelle,
you.
I see you. You're on mute, babe.
There we go. Okay, I'm unmuted. So I missed the first part, so I'm not sure. We're supposed to be telling our goals?
Yes, sharing your goals, whether it's short-term, long-term, what you want to add, to your business.
Okay. Well, short-term goal, I start the LEAD program next week.
Yay!
That's scary. So my short-term goal is going to be to get 2 a month and 8 shows a month, and try and get my recruits that I already have to step up and contribute to the team.
Great. That's an awesome goal. LEAD will definitely help you with that. It's a challenge, but I think you can do it.
I'm excited about it, but scared.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Is anyone else on? I see Holly muted.
Hello, I'm here. So, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. My goals, I think, this year is going to be recruiting, because I actually have 5 people on my team, but only 2 of them are actually active.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to learn to recruit more and actually train them to be more active.
Awesome. Another great way to be a director and make sure that you keep your director status every month is to sell 5,000 yourself.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to have 2 under you active? I thought you had to have active.
You have to have 5 original recruits, but they do not have to be active every month. If you sell 5,000, then you will be a director.
Okay, I thought they had to sell as well. Okay, perfect.
Nope, they don't.
Good. That's
But
good to know.
you should still recruit.
Okay, yes. Yes, that is my goal.
Keep building. Okay.
I'm working on it. I have 2 leads from last week's fair that want to sign up, so I'm going to work on that this week.
Awesome. Anyone else that we didn't get to? Okay. So, moving on. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. I know it's sometimes hard to put it all out there, but we're going to cheer each other on. I guess I should probably say my goals, too, huh? I'm just like, you guys all share your goals. I'm just going to sit back and no. Okay, so my goal every month is to sell at least 6,000 because I want to keep my elite seller status. It's really nice to get that extra 2%. I want to recruit 2, and I guess I try to have at least 10 to 12 shows per month. I do a lot of cooking shows. I really like doing cooking shows because I feel like when I'm in front of people, then it's so much easier to get bookings and meet new recruits and make that relationship with your host and recruit them. And so yeah, I love doing cooking shows too. So I like to share recipes and stuff. So yeah, so that's my goal. I love to earn excellence every year, and I would love to earn it in 2 categories this year. I've earned it in sales for the past 8 years in a row, and I would love to earn it in recruiting as well. And my big goal for my team is my whole downline for us to add 60 new team members. So that's my huge goal. So that's a really big one, but we can do this. Okay, so moving on. Now that we've laid the baseline, why we want more bookings, let's talk about how to get them. So that's why you're all on the call 20 minutes in. We're finally getting to that. You're all like, come on, Lisa. Okay, starting off in our business, we asked our family and friends to host for us, but soon we work through them. So what about the people who came to the parties? Are you following up with those people? That's a huge part of your, building your business too, is everyone who came to those parties, getting bookings from them, having them bring a friend that you don't know to your parties. And even now, I mean, you're You can ask, how many years you've been in the business. How long has it been since your friend hosted a party for you? Are you host coaching to maximize each show? Having each guest bring a friend. Like I said, this is a great way to meet new people. Are you not getting bookings at your cooking shows? When you do a cooking show, or when you do a virtual party or a catalog show, are you not getting bookings? And we need to ask ourselves why. So let's analyze this for a minute. If you aren't getting at least 2 bookings from each show, why? Videotape yourself. Maybe have your director look over it. Maybe have someone come to your show and take notes for you as a favor, and then they can do this. You can do the same for them. Maybe you can go to a show from one of your, sister directors or something like that. There's tons of trainings online for shows. I know Michael Reeves just posted one last night that was really awesome. So even if you, like I said, videotape yourself and have your director give you tips on how to improve. So I'll go over a few things that I do at every show. So first, before the show, I always host coach. I make a connection with my host. I, when you're friends with someone and, you're working together, you feel like towards a goal, then they work harder to make the show successful. Not only for you, but for themselves, and also when you're host coaching them, they know what they're working toward. When you lay out everything that they need to do to achieve a $1,000 show, to earn $215 in free product, then it's easy, for them to do that because they want to achieve it. And by creating that connection with them, they will help you secure the bookings. I had a host a couple weeks ago. She had a great show. She had a lot of people come to the show, but then there was a lot of people who didn't come. And there were people who said that they wanted to have a party. Well, she went out of her way to help secure those bookings because of the relationship that we made, that I made with her by host coaching her. So another thing you can do is I've given my host an extra gift when they get 3 bookings from their show. So it can be whatever you want. It can be like a $20 item, but I do not give them the gift until the 3rd show. So when the 3rd show holds, that's when they get to choose their gift. Or like if you have stuff on hand, that you want to get rid of or give, then you can just be like, oh, here's the 3 items you can choose from. So, and then, by making that connection with your host, they're your friend now. And, once you have a friend at the party who is your host, the show feels so much more comfortable for you too. Like going into, whether it be a cooking show or, calling people after a catalog show or connecting with people on a virtual party, it feels more comfortable. And, if you're doing a cooking show, you don't want to walk into a stranger's home, right? If you're friends with that person ahead of time, it's easy. You're walking into a friend's home to do the show for them. So next, I make sure that I'm organized. I am on time. My hair is pulled back. It's not down. I have it out of my face. My outfit's professional. I'm not saying that I dress up. I'm comfortable, but I put together. I don't always wear logo gear to a show just because I have my apron on. It says Pampered Chef. But usually I wear like black capris, and a nice top. I usually wear black just because then it doesn't stain. But, look professional. All my products are clean and I have everything I need for the show. I make sure that I go through my show bag and make sure that I have everything I need, just because the products that you have, you're going to sell. The products that you use, you're going to sell those. It does take a bit of time to get everything organized and ready, but the more shows you do, the more consistent you are with shows. Like if you do 2 shows a week, it's easy then. You're ready to go, to your show, and it's going to take you less time to repack everything every time if you take it out. I do have extra products that I use just for my shows. I don't have, a lot of home products and show products. I mean, there are a few things that I only have one of, but I do pretty much keep my show bag packed and in my truck. Okay, so this is probably the most important one. Is your show presentation fun and informative? You want to edutain people. I heard that a long time ago. It's like you're educating and entertaining them at the same time. Do your guests feel like they spent their time well by attending the party? Whether it's your personality or not, at your cooking shows, you need to be upbeat and have fun. So if you're doing a virtual party, what I've done is I've videotaped myself, whether it's like a Facebook live post or whatever. You can let your personality come through, and then people feel like they kind of have a connection with you too. Be knowledgeable. If you know your stuff, if you know about the products, if you can answer questions, people respect you. And they respect that you take your business seriously enough to know about the products. So I think that one's pretty important. I always train my new consultants to know the top 4 products, the cookware, the knives, the rock crock collection, and stoneware. So if they know everything about those top 4 collections, then they're going to be able to book parties, because what do people book parties for? The higher priced items. So that's what we need to be training our new consultants on, is knowing the products and being able to know at least 3 things about each of those collections. So I know you guys have heard this before, but ask everyone. Whether you're at the cooking show, you can touch base with people. If you're on a virtual party, you can make sure that your host gets everyone's information for a catalog show. Get their email, get their phone number, and you can connect with them that way. Even if it's just a follow-up to say, thank you so much for your order. I appreciate you attending the virtual party. I appreciate you attending the cooking show. And that's the first thing I do at my show, is I thank everyone for coming, because they're taking time out of their busy schedule for the host and to come to this party. So I want to make it worth it for them. You need to be asking each person at the show, and also guests who ordered but couldn't make it. So that kind of goes along with the catalog show thing. But, there's a lot of people who order online now. I'm on the Direct Ship Now program, and people from all over the country, I've been able to book shows with because I follow up with them. So, you already know they like the products and they place an order to help their friend. They can also help their friend by booking a show. And if you let them know that, you'll, be able to get their booking too. So another thing I've done is, after the show, I follow up with that person and I say, oh, Michelle received, $265 in free product with her cooking show. Isn't that amazing? And then she got 5 half-price items, and she got to use those on anything she wanted in the catalog. By kind of sharing that with the potential host, that kind of creates a little bit of competitiveness too, if they have that spirit. And they, are like, wow, I didn't realize that you could get that much with a show. So maybe you're kind of, enlightening them to the host rewards. So being able to talk about that with them a little bit more in depth will, possibly get that booking for you too. So another thing that I do at a cooking show, I do it on my virtual parties, and I don't really have a way to do it for my catalog shows unless I email everybody out, but I do have a bagged up gift, and it's usually like outlet items, maybe like a candy bar or something with it. And if at the show I get 3 bookings, then that host gets that gift. So it's usually like I go to Target and I buy the little paper bags. They come like a set of 5 for $2. They're cute polka dot. And so they're small, they're not huge. So I can put, like a couple little outlet items in there. But it's a present, and they love to be able to open that. So when they get 3 bookings, and those are on my calendar bookings, then they get to open it. And I make sure that I announce that at the beginning of the show. Look what Susie Hostess can get when she gets 3 bookings from her show. And that kind of leads me to talk about that, you know, throughout the show too, when I'm talking about the higher priced items. Don't forget, when you book a party, you know, Susie Hostess will also get an extra benefit of this gift and also a half price item at your show. And then I let them open it in front of everyone. So it's kind of a big fun thing. So those are the tips at the show. And now I'm going to talk about tips outside of the show. So vendor events are a huge way to get parties, bookings, contacts, all that kind of stuff. But you need to be getting their information. I don't ever do like a giveaway at my vendor events, just because I used to, like when I first started, and it never, nothing came of it. You know, I got names, but then when I'd follow up with them, they'd be like, no. So I was annoyed. So I decided not to give a gift. I talk to every single person though, and I make sure that I let them know about the host rewards, about, you know, if they're looking at like the Rock Crocs or the double burner grill pan or something like that. I always talk about what a great benefit it is to book your own party and to get it for half price or even free. So then I have them fill out the customer care card and follow up with them. And I make sure I write on the customer care card what they were interested in and like maybe what we talked about, like just a really like recent one. We talked about like she wanted to do a couples party margarita fajita, so I wrote that on here. And then I don't know why we talked about this, but they had a golf ball hit their windshield. So we talked about that, and like I wrote that down because then I would remember who that was, and like, you know, just kind of helps me remember. So when you get a lot of those, you need to like make sure you have something to distinguish people. So another way I get my name out there is I wear logo gear. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I've got my my Pampered Chef jacket. I got this one at conference and I love it. It was so funny because I brought my 2 new kind of sweatshirt things home, and my 14-year-old was like, wow, Mom, these are really nice. She's like, if these didn't say Pampered Chef, I would wear them. And I'm like, I suppose it has to say Under Armour or something like that for her to wear it, but you know, she thought it was cute, and so I've gotten some compliments on them, so they're really nice. And they I think they're an easy thing to throw on, and then, you know, having your bag or whatever, and I always have mini catalogs with me. I always have packets with me, maybe not like while I'm walking, but I always have them in my vehicle. And I always have, you know, stuff to give out to people, my business card and that kind of thing. So talking about packets, with each new season, another way to get bookings is by sending out a small packet. And I have a mini catalog. I don't know if you guys can see this. I got these little bags from my girlfriend's house. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that website, but they're really inexpensive cellophane bags. They're clear, but they've got a cute design on it. And I just put a PC sticker there. I've got my card in there. I've got the mini catalog. I do have a Life Tastes Great flyer. And then I have a little flyer here too. It says, I'll just read it to you. It says, super deal for you. Collect 5 or 6 orders and you'll have the minimum $200. Then choose one of anything for half price in our entire catalog. No restrictions, choose anything. Plus, choose one of these host only specials for 60% off, and it just has like the host special for the month. Of course, you can earn more rewards. The sky's the limit. Free's always nice. I can set you up with a link for friends to order from too. Give me a call or text. I'll get your show set up. And then it has my information at the bottom. And, you know, this is just something I threw together. It's not, you know, like super great or anything like that. But I send it out, and I have gotten a lot of like catalog shows and cooking shows and virtual parties from this. And something that you can do is I took a picture of the new catalog and I posted it on my Facebook And then also I have a VIP Facebook page, and I posted that and I said, our new book comes out September 1st. We have, a lot of great new products. How many of you want to get one of these new catalogs in your hot little hands? So just, sharing that with people, I've gotten a lot of responses, and I do, mail them or drop them off. Some people live close enough to me that I can drop it off, but mailing it to them, and I put that flyer in there, for September, that flyer that I just read you. But I do also put my business card, and I put a Life Tastes Great recruiting little flyer too, because you never know. And I also follow up with the people that I sent that out to. So it's not enough just to send it, because yes, that's great. You want to get catalogs out to people, but you need to follow up with those people as well. And I send out customer connection emails. That's also a great way to connect with people. I know the one goes out every month, but I will, send it out if I'm trying to get extra bookings, if I'm going to do, like I'm doing a mystery host show. I do one 3 times a year. I do one when the new products come out. So I do it like at the end of February, the end of August. And then I also do what I call a host and guest appreciation, like early December. And I have a lot of stuff on hand, so that's all out that they can purchase if they want. But at these shows, I do it like, you're debuting the new products. They can get the discontinued products. That's why I do it at the end of and not the beginning, because usually September is going to be higher sales than August, right? So you want to turn that show in at the end of August. And then if people order new stuff, then you can have another show. So usually I have enough to split into 2 shows. And then I get lots of bookings, because what I do is I do tickets. So they come, they get a ticket, they bring a friend, they get a ticket. If they bring an order, they get a ticket. And, they get tickets for different things throughout the show. I also do another ticket earning thing on my Facebook VIP page for people who can't come but order. So all of their names go in a drawing, and what I do is I give away the host benefits. So like 20% off one item, half price off one item, $10 and free, that kind of thing. I do not give it all to one person. I spread it out, because I feel like more people get excited when they win something. If one person wins everything, then, it's kind of a downer when that person, it's like great for the person that wins, but for the other people are like, So,
are you talking about like when you, and you have it in your home, is that correct?
Yes.
So it's all local people that you can easily distribute the different host rewards to. Okay.
Yep. And what I do is I give them free shipping if they pick up from me. So that's kind of like an extra benefit where I don't have to deliver. So I do, like, if they spend $75 though and want to get the free guest special, then of course they pay shipping. So yeah.
And where do you live? Do you mind me asking?
No, I live in Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're familiar with our area, but I'm about an hour and a half north of Omaha, Nebraska. And it's like we're tri-state area, Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. So I do shows in South Dakota and Nebraska a lot. I try not to travel too far. I did travel 2 hours to a bridal shower a couple weeks ago. That's really far for me though. Normally an hour at the very most is what I travel. So I'm a busy mama. I have 3 kiddos and they're really, really busy. So I, got to be home to tuck them in at night. So, okay, great question. Anybody else have questions right now? We can stop if you guys have questions for a second. Anything about my mystery host show or anything like that? No? Okay. So, I do like discontinued products too. So I'll have like a clearance table and, I just want to get rid of them. So it's like, 75% off some of this stuff. And, how as directors we get the director boxes and then you have like 2, sometimes 3 of things. You know, it's nice to be able to use it for a while and then get rid of it. So I do, you know, giveaways to my team too, but sometimes I just have too much of something. Or if it's discontinued and I can't show it at a party anymore and they like came out with the new and the better, then I got to get it out. My husband did build me a huge, ginormous shelf downstairs a couple years ago for my birthday. It was pretty awesome. And I have like all my paper chef boxes, but it's still overflowing. So I try to purge. Okay. So I also connect with friends on Facebook. I did talk about my Facebook VIP page. I share the specials on there, and I connect with people on there. I share recipes. I do like I'll do like a Facebook Live thing, like, you know, to get shows and bookings and that kind of thing. I will do post. Because I think when people see your face, they're like, oh, I want to do a party with her, or oh, that looks like a lot of fun. And I will also do things like I'll do a giveaway where if they add 10 friends, their name goes in the drawing for a giveaway. So they can add 10 friends to my Facebook VIP page. And, you know, for every 10 friends they add, their name goes in again. So that gotten, you know, quite a few more people recently. But, you know, I was talking about sharing the specials. Don't rely on the specials, honestly. I feel bad for saying this, but I feel like September and October specials are not fantastic. Some people may be excited about them, but I'm not a huge fan of the stainless. Some people love it. But so I haven't been relying on the specials. You want to entice them with the show. You want to entice them with the free and half price. You know, I haven't even really been, you know, showing the specials that much. But, you know, however you're connecting with people, however you are, you know, talking about having a show, you know, make that connection wherever you go. One tip that I got a long time ago, especially when I moved to Sioux City, because I originally lived in Lincoln where I met Connie, or, you know, south of Lincoln. That's where I joined, and I lived there for the first year of my business. Be a joiner. Join everything. Join groups, join clubs, join, you know, things for your kids, you know, with events and that kind of thing. Offer fundraisers. My daughter started high school this year. She, you know, just is in high school swimming this year. And we were at the meeting and they were talking about fundraisers. So you know what I did? I walked up and I said, I sell Pampered Chef. I'd be more than happy to help you with a fundraiser. And then, you know, of course I would donate all of my commission to that. So that, and how I do that is I, you know, you can do it a couple different ways, but I do the fundraiser and then I, you know, just write a check for the rest of the commission. So, it's a good way to get your name out there, and then also ingratiate yourself with people too when you want to be helpful. I already talked about wear logo gear. Okay, so and does anybody have questions? Okay, so I will move on to how to keep your bookings. So when the new host books a show, or when you're out and about and you have a packet with you, the small prep work of having packets ready to go will save you time, it'll save you energy, and it will save you money to get it to them. Whether you're mailing it to them or whether you're dropping it off, it's going to save you all of those things. So what I do is I have my packets ready in my, I keep them in my truck. I have like my show bag. So I have packets in there that I take to my shows, and then also I just replenish them and carry them with me out and about all the time. And I have a bag that I keep them in. So, you know, you can keep it in wherever in your car, it doesn't matter, but make sure that they're always in there because it saves you so much time. Plus, when you give that packet to them at the show, you can do your first host coaching with them. I give them the packet. I go through it with them, and I do my first host coaching like call basically with them, and it just takes 5 minutes. But you want to let them know about all the different ways to invite, not just Facebook, but all the different ways, and you know, talk to them about that right then and there. Plus, when they have the packet in their hand, it's their first commitment to the show. So that's how you're going to keep that booking. They have that packet right away. So another thing I do is I send out a thank you letter for booking. So I, you know, just have the Pampered Chef thank you cards, and this was one that I wrote this morning. I know you guys have probably seen these little ones, but they're super inexpensive, and they're nice because they've got the Pampered Chef logo on there, and they say thank you. And it is really nice to get something in the mail that isn't a bill. It's nice to get something that's handwritten. So honestly, it takes me like 2 minutes to write this card. But you want it to be heartfelt. You want to thank them, you know, for helping you with your business, but it's not about you. It's really about them. You are, you know, doing this show for them. So another thing I say is I want to help you earn the most I can and free. So let's work together to make your show a success. So I think those are the key words, is working together. I think people kind of feel that they need to, you know, keep that commitment with you when you know, talk, kind of have that mindset and talk like that. Since I've started doing this over a year ago, I have had 0 cancellations, and I'm not kidding. I have had 0. I have had reschedules, but it's been rare. I used to have at least maybe 1 cancellation a month, and now I have had none. So that's been amazing. It's worth it, the stamp to me, to send it, to have 0 cancellations. And then on a side note, I do also send a thank you card after the show, because I want them to know how much I appreciate them. I want them to know that I was happy to help them earn everything they earned. And also, I get a lot of rebookings that way. When you have someone that, you know, you're working with, and another thing I say in there is I appreciate them choosing me to be their Pampered Chef consultant. And it really is all about word choices. I want to be their consultant for life. So that's something that I say in just a roundabout way, however you want to say it. When you know, talk like that and thank them in that way, they're going to rebook with you. So they may have questions about any of that I just went over. Okay, so how to multiply your bookings. The biggest thing is word of mouth. You need to ask for referrals. And then when you do a great business, you do a great show, people will give you that referral because they respect that you know, work hard in your business and you are professional. Work your business as someone you would want to do business with. So when we, you know, do all the things I talked about before, you know, as far as the show, following up with the host, you know, having that great connection, that's something that I think will keep people coming back, and also having them refer other people to you. I bet you, well, I've gotten recruits from referrals. I've gotten lots of shows from referrals. Bridal showers are huge for referrals because you're not going to meet every single, you know, bride or aunt at a show. Usually it's someone they know that knows you, that they say, oh, you know, Lisa is awesome. She would do a great show for you. So texting and calling everyone who ordered and thanking them, that's also how to multiply your bookings. And emailing, like I was talking about earlier, you want to be thankful for their order, no matter how big or how small their order is. You are thankful for each one. And whether you have just like a script and you like change the name, that's the easiest way to do it. So like for each show, I'll have a script and I'll just type it out and then copy and send it out. I do not bulk email it. I will, email to each person. But then if you don't have their email, if you just have a phone number, then you can text them or call them. And then by following up with them, then you can talk to them about maybe hosting their own show. To end kind of, I just, want to have you guys know that when you are the light in someone's day, it's not all about selling all the time. It's about making relationships, making contacts with people, being friendly. I do not talk about Pampered Chef everywhere I go. I don't. But people know, because that's your business. And they'll go to you because they know it's your business and they know that you work hard. Shine in your shows and you will shine in your business. And what I mean by that is when you do a great job with your shows, the business will come. It really, really will, I promise. So the call to action that I want you guys to follow up with and do and then post on this is to book 2 more September parties before the next call. And when you do that, just post under the link for this call that you completed that. So I kind of wrote a little note on extra things that you can do, doing business building activities, setting office hours and working them. And like when I say setting office hours, it doesn't mean looking on Facebook or, checking through emails. It means like getting it done, like putting packets together, stamping stuff, sending stuff out, making your connections, like following up after the show, that type of thing. Those are what are going to make you money. And yes, I'm on Facebook too, you guys. I know that Facebook is a great way to get more bookings and sales and all that kind of stuff. It is. But if you can schedule your posts, like if you're going to use SendShare or something like that, if you can schedule it, and then that saves me from scrolling for 15, 20, 30 minutes and wasting that time when I could be doing a money-making activity. So when I talk about setting office hours, I know some people work a full-time job, so it's hard to keep office hours. But if you can find the time to make your contacts, that is so important. Whether it's on your lunch hour, whether it's when you're in the car, waiting at an appointment or at a kid's activity or whatever, finding the time to make those contacts and having like all your information with you. So if you have people that you need to follow up with, have their information with you. Like if I have a show the night before and I'm going to follow up with the people who are at the show, I have all of their contact information in my calendar and I follow up with every single person. So does anybody have any questions, any comments, anything? We're at 10:53, so I don't want to go.
One. So after conference and when Connie shared the host coaching checklist, I have made it a goal of mine to use that for every single show this month. And it's been paying off, but I've never ever done follow-up thank yous or anything to any of the guests. I've even had some people ask me before they give me their email address, are you going to put me on any list and things like that? And I've always told them, you know what? I do not have the time to hound you about anything. So no, I am not going to, I'll leave you alone type of deal. But when do you call them and thank them? When do you do the out of the box, did you get your order? Are you happy with it? And do you do it for every guest at every single show?
I do the thank you right after. So I'll do like an email or a text or something that like the day after the show, thanking them for coming. And, if they ordered, great. If they didn't, I just thank them for coming. Because a thank you is really nice. I do an email after the show is closed, for everyone who ordered. And then I kind of, ask them if they haven't booked a show yet, I ask them if they have ever thought about it. And that's when I say, this is how much the host received in free and half price and that sort of thing.
Do you ask the host permission before you share that?
No. It doesn't matter. The host is happy that she got all that. So I've never had a host not want me to share it, I guess. I don't know.
I have. That's why I asked. She asked me, I've had several ask, please don't share how much I got in free, because she felt kind of bad that everybody ordered so much in order to help her get so much for free.
Oh, really?
And I had
case by case basis.
Yeah, I had a guest one time when I was thanking them or something for what they did, say, oh, this was a gift. You're not supposed to say. I think I was more specific, like said, thanks for your order, and I posted some pictures of what they ordered on Facebook or something. You kind of have to be. Does that make sense?
You do emails after thanking them for coming, and then you do an email a couple days or after the show closes, thanking them for their order, and that's when you mention this is how much the host got.
Mm-hmm. And you can actually, if you want to wait until they get the order, but the thing is, if it's direct ship, when they're going to get it. If it goes to the host, you don't necessarily know that you're going to get it when they're going to get it. So what I have said is the show has shipped. You should be getting your order very soon, that type of thing. And, that's when I share. It's when the show is closed, not necessarily when they get their product, because sometimes we don't know when they're going to actually get it if it's not direct ship. So
direct ship, you wait 10 days and then do the email.
A week. Usually doesn't take 10 days for them to get it.
Okay. And then I had a question about your VIP. I haven't done any group anything for Facebook rules, how you're supposed to have a page, a professional cooking page, and anything like that. And you've not had any problems at all?
Nope. No problems. I really like the group. You just can't post too often. And I don't, because I don't want to overwhelm people. I'll post like once a day or once every other day. I don't overpost, because that's when you're going to get people that don't want to be in there anymore. I am so, I don't know, over all the legal row groups and all the, groups that they post like 10 times a day, and you're like, get me out of here, I don't want the notifications. But they can turn notifications off too, and you can put that in at the top that they can turn notifications off if they don't, want to. They can just come to the group when they want. But I do share with them that I post recipes, which I do. Most often I'll post like 2 recipes for every, Pampered Chef post that I do. So I keep it light, and then I try to do a giveaway at least once a month and that type of thing too. So it keeps people interested in wanting to look at.
You haven't had any problems with anybody saying, I don't want to be added to this. Why did somebody add me to this without asking or anything like that?
Nope. I have people who ask to join my group all the time. And another thing is, on my customer care card, I have a spot where people can be added, like if they want to. So it says, do you want to be added to my Facebook VIP group? You don't have to be friends with them on Facebook. You can add them by their email.
Oh.
Just says add new members, and then you just put their email in. So no, I've never had a problem. My Facebook VIP has been an awesome way to connect with people. I could do a whole nother training on virtual parties.
I'd be interested in that too. No, I just, how you get stuck in your ways and you're like, well, I've not ever done it that way before, right, and things like that. But I feel like
I'm connected with people more in the group. I had a cooking page, and it was, I don't know, just, I had a lot more members in there, but not everybody saw everything.
Right.
In the group, more people see what you're posting.
See, and I use a business page, and I feel like I had started with a group, but I got too much. I got the people that were complaining about people added without requesting it and stuff like that. I got complaints of that, and I wasn't posting, but like once a day, like you were saying. So I've switched to using a business page, and it's been working great for me. I don't have that many likes on my business page as far as people that actually follow the business page. Like, I think I have like 200, but most of my posts are getting 200 plus views just because of the content that I'm sharing instead of, yeah. And I really have been trying not to be real, like, I'm like so anti-spam that I'm like, okay, if anything I post, it has to be helpful to other people. It's not about my products. It's about what can I help someone with. So there's a lot of times I'm posting stuff that's not even Pampered Chef related.
Right. I did too. I did get a ton of views too on my business page, but I wasn't receiving any business back from that. You know what I mean? And with my VIP page, it's a group, and I get so much more business back from it. Or I've seen more business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Lisa, before we get going, because my clock says 10, I wanted to ask you, those are a lot of systems, a new organization, and a lot of things that some of us have to add to our what we should be doing. What would you say was the top 1 or 2 things that you recommend us starting right away, if we're not already doing it, in order to get/keep bookings?
Well, to keep your bookings, definitely the thank you cards. That has been huge, just huge. And I've actually had people say they've had parties with other people, but because they felt they were appreciated by just the little card that I sent, then I would be their Pampered Chef consultant for life. So it's a small gesture, but it is, not very many people get handwritten notes anymore. You just don't, everything's social, and, they don't get thank you cards either. So I think that's nice. So I think that's a huge way to keep your bookings. To get your bookings, when you're at the show, just have fun. Really have a lot of fun when you're at the show, because if you're having fun, they're having fun. And I'm not a stickler I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, if they're talking so loud, they're not hearing me. If they're having fun, they're going to relate the fun to being at the party. Whether what I say or not registers with them at all, they're going to have fun and they're going to remember that. So I can touch base with them one-on-one after the party or whatever. I can, they can host their own show, whatever they want to do. But I want everyone to have fun doing, being at the party. And talking about getting bookings, I think just making sure that you're working your business every single day, and having that set time to make contacts. And Kathy, what I was telling you about earlier has really worked for me. My system of either texting or emailing or Facebook messaging before I call, and then I feel like I've already made the first contact, so it's easy to call them. And I'm the same way. I don't want to be able to go, hey, what's up? Hey, no. I don't want to be that way either. I want everybody like, yes. So I get more yeses when I've made the contact. And, I'll call and I'll ask them, what's the best way to contact you? And if it is a text or if it is a Facebook message, that's fine. I'm all for that, because I want to do what's best for them. But that is the way that I think has worked well for me. I feel like saying not wasting my time. You know what I mean? By keep calling. I message them a different way first. And it kind of like gets you over the fear. You jumped that first hurdle since we just watched the Olympics. Thank you for your questions, Katie.
Okay.
Thank you for your input, everybody.
Thank you, Lisa. Karen, is there any follow-up you want from last week, or are you good?
I'm good. I think I wasn't on the very beginning, but as long as everybody kind of did their 10 recipes, if you didn't, do them this week. And if Lisa has any kind of call to action, add that to it. If you set goals with your director to meet, say, 5 phone calls or another 5 contacts, add that to it and knock it out this week, so you guys are hitting your goals. Because as Lisa, we talked about goals in the beginning. Those are big things. If you can, eat that elephant one bite at a time, sooner or later, he's going to be all gone and you're going to be full. So keep on going.
So next week's call will be on Tuesday, August 30th at 2 p.m. Central. It'll be host coaching with Connie Floor.
So remember, guys, book 2 more September shows before next week. You got this.
Remember that, like these ladies said, each call to action is an addition to, so don't stop doing what the last call to action was every week just because you get a new one.
Good one. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate the call. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Lisa.
Welcome.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
guys,
Dana.
for tuning in. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a nice week.
You too.
Thank you.